We're seeing something new in Brisbane conveyancing. A client receives tailored advice on their Queensland property contract. They paste it into ChatGPT. ChatGPT generates a list of risks. They send those questions back to us, except half of them refer to a clause that doesn't exist, quotes laws that don't apply in Queensland, raise generic overseas legal issues, or completely misunderstand Queensland contract practice. We then spend time reviewing and responding to those concerns that were never a part of the contract. That's not smart risk management. That's outsourcing judgment to a machine. Why AI cannot replace Brisbane conveyancing advice. I want to make one thing really clear. We're not anti-AI. AI is powerful. We use technology in our law practice daily. It can summarize information, explain basic legal concepts, help you phrase a question, and summarize text. However, what it cannot do, interpret a Queensland REIQ contract properly, understand standard Queensland market conditions, apply Queensland legislation accurately, assess commercial risk in your property transaction, and strategically guide you through to settlement. When you engage a Queensland property lawyer, you're paying for judgment, not keyword scanning. The real issue is clients are asking questions they may not necessarily understand. The bigger concern isn't that clients are using AI. It's that many don't even know why they're asking what they're asking. We're increasingly seeing clients forwarding AI-generated concerns without reading any of the advice at all. Questions about clauses that are never included, requesting to clarify risks that don't exist, and repeated follow-up emails responding to robot-generated hypotheticals. When this happens, we're no longer clarifying your contract. We're fact-checking a machine, which takes time, and of course, professional time has value. How to use ChatGPT properly when buying a property in Queensland. If you're buying a property in Brisbane or anywhere across Queensland, AI can be useful to summarise legal terminology, to help you draft clearer questions, and to better understand our written advice. However, it should not replace professional contract review, Queensland-specific legal advice, strategic negotiations, or settlement guidance. AI does not carry professional indemnity insurance. However, your friendly Brisbane conveyancing team does. A quick note on fees. We encourage questions, always. If something doesn't make sense or you want to understand how a clause affects you personally, ask. That's exactly what we're here for. But when repeated or bulk AI-generated queries are sent, additional written advice is required beyond the original scope, and significant time is spent reviewing and responding to irrelevant concerns, this is an addition to our professional work. And it may result in additional fees. Not because we don't welcome engagement, but because we're lawyers, not fact-checkers for a robot. Our goal is always the same: clear advice, less noise, and a smooth path to settlement. Why this matters in Queensland property. Brisbane property transactions move fast. Queensland contract conditions are unique. Market practice matters. Deadlines matter. Strategy matters. AI can support this understanding, but it can't replace a Queensland property lawyer who understands conveyancing inside and out. At Empire Legal, we embrace modern tools, but we don't outsource responsibility. That lies with us, the lawyers in the firm. If you're buying or selling property in Brisbane, Spring Hill, Bayside, or the Gold Coast, tailored Queensland advice matters more than ever. Every contract is different. Every transaction has its own risks. AI cannot replace local legal experience. Wrapping up, guys, AI is an assistant, a great sidekick. AI is not accountable. It's not licensed. It doesn't carry insurance. And it does not understand your transaction the same way we do. Use it to support your understanding. Don't use it to outsource judgment and questions. At Empire Legal, we embrace modern tools, but we don't outsource the responsibility. That stays with us at the firm. So please, feel free to use AI, but if it's asking you a shopping list of questions to ask your lawyer, that's a bit of a red flag. Maybe you want to cherry pick the questions that you genuinely don't understand and you need a hand with, so we don't end up with these hallucinations in AI where it's making up answers and legislation and all sorts of stuff. So if you're buying or selling property in Brisbane, the Gold Coast, or anywhere in Queensland, understanding how Queensland property law applies to your transaction is critical. Whether you're a first home buyer, an investor, or a developer assembling a site, tailored legal advice ensures you avoid costly surprises and move confidently towards settlement. Every contract is different, and local conveyancing experience matters. Let us know your thoughts about AI. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Comment below and let's get the conversation going. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep in mind that all advice is general in nature and does not constitute legal advice. This is authorised by George Souris, Empire Legal, Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia.